Lucifer is just playing the odds. He's playing very calculated right now with this decision. But White-Ra with a very early pylon scout is going to go in and be like, wait a minute, the SCVs, there's SCVs missing here. This is not right. And already should be starting to panic. If he continues to go through this Nexus first, he has to chrono boost the crap out of the gateway to get the Zealots out. Otherwise, he's going to lose this. A bunker could come down, he could lose the Nexus, and he's under pressure. But look at this. It seems like Lucifer is faking out the command center coming down. And I don't think that White-Ra has actually clicked on to this coming down. He should have. He actually can. At this stage of the game, you can know. And now he does know. Now what's his abortion plan? It's actually going to be a forge.
There were only 10 SCVs that were sitting inside of his opponent's mineral line whenever he first got up there. And he, like you said, he does decide to forge first. Maybe we're going to see a couple cannons here just to help himself defend. Yeah, there's the pylon up at the front, but already we can see there's a couple of Marines out, more on the way. He's rushing his probes out there so we can try and intercept these as he pops out. But since the Marines are going to start here momentarily, he does pick up on the Proxy 2 racks, but he don't think he sees the bunker up the front. Of course, those buildings, as they're actually warping in, don't have vision until they're completed. There's the pylon, though. It does see the barracks up at the front. I'm sorry, the bunker.
He needs to build a cannon. Look, he's out of position with these probes. There's no cannon coming down whatsoever. He didn't cancel the pylon on the other side of the map either, so he's wasted money there. And White-Ra's feeling the pressure right now. Without a cannon come down, that bunker is going to complete, and this could be impossible to hold.
He does surround 2 of the Marines, though, so no Marines have actually made it into the bunker quite yet. He needs to get down to cannon here very, very soon, and he's doing a pretty effective job of actually starting to trap that bunker in. He even kills the SCV, forces the cancel in the bunker with nothing but pulling probes out of the line. The photon cannon's on the way as well. Of course, so much mining time has been lost for White-Ra, but he does hold with a second Nexus for now.
If you look at the unit loss tab, he's actually lost nothing so far. This is insane.
Unbelievable. Okay, he finally loses his first probe, but he gets a great surround on the last 2 Marines as well, and kills them. White-Ra, what a good hold!
And now he's got 2 Nexus. He's saved up a lot of chrono boost because the Nexus have not been doing anything. The cannon is now completed, and he has to get back to mining immediately. Remember, he's not as far ahead as he should be, but that's simply because he's been using his probes as defense. He needs to go back mining. I'm not too sure why he wants to come down here again. I mean, he's just checking to see if the barracks is still actually making Marines here. But to be honest, I think maybe going back to mining with these probes and building a second cannon would be better than this mining time and losing more probes here, and I think that's what he's ultimately going to have to do.
Yeah, he lost another probe there. 2 more, actually, as another Marine does pop out right away. So, again, not the worst in the world, but now his opponent does have a command center on the way. 2, I should say, actually. He's double expanding. There's a command center coming down in his third one inside of his main as well, so Lucifer is going to be able to catch up in economy very, very quickly once he starts hitting on 3 orbital commands.
And White-Ra now going with a double gateway. He's got 1 gateway on the main, or should I say on the natural and main. And he's pretty much just going to start to make a wall off here. Another cannon coming down, because he is playing it very defensive. He's got no indication whatsoever on what's going on. To be honest, I mean, he should actually send a probe out now to the 3rd base and then up. So he should come south, maybe check the Zelnogi Tower to see if there's anything around, but you run the risk of losing the probe. But if you go to the south location, go to the 3rd base and up, you get scout of double command centers here usually. So this could give him good information.
And White-Ra he just started his probe production again, but he went a good 3 minutes before producing a single probe at all, and it's kept his worker count down quite a bit. So, 21 to 23 there. As we can see, he kept so many of those initially alive. He should actually be quite far ahead, but he's just so scared of a big, strong follow-up to this.
Yeah, he's only just now throwing the Cybernetics core down as well. And with double command center coming down, Lucifer's actually going to take the lead of this. You know, he did fall behind, and now he just regained that immediately. White-Ra's going to go in and see that 3rd base. An amazing scout here. And he should be able to squeeze past these Marines too.
Yep, and okay, he sees it. I mean, he saw everything he needed to there. He doesn't know the count of barracks, he doesn't know the gas mining that's going on, but he still sees 3 orbital commands functioning now. We'll see if he decides to take another base or if he decides to hit just strong gateway timing.
Yeah, right now he's chronoboosting nothing but probes, just trying to catch up, knowing he's a little bit behind. There's 29 SCVs and 4 mules out at the moment. That gives Lucifer a massive economy lead. And even what is White-Ra going to do?
Right, even with Chrono Boost, now that Lucifer's producing off of 3 command centers, 3 SCVs at a time, he's going to be able to keep up in that regard as well. So
4 barracks and a factory coming down, and engineering base should follow it momentarily as well. Lucifer's got a really good lead at the moment. And I mean, not so much in supplies, we see on screen only 7 supply difference, but in terms of infrastructure, Lucifer's set up amazingly here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and it's going to kick in here in just a second. second for him as well. Because now that he has all of his barracks back home, he's got add-ons on all of those. He's making a lot of Marauders, actually producing 3 Marauders at a time. So very strong Marauder count, just 1 reactor down on those barracks.
And White Raw's throwing down additional gateways. Could only mean one thing. He's going to start to put a bit of pressure on again here. 3 games in a row. Success game 2. Failure game 1. The probe has been spotted as well. What an annoyance for White Raw.
But this is hitting, and I don't just mean because of the delay that happened at the beginning of the game with the proxy racks, but this is hitting a lot later comparatively to what Lucifron has as well. In the earlier games, we saw it was hitting at a time right when he was investing into upgrades and his factory tech at the same time, was a little short on units. This go around, Lucifron's been producing off of 4 racks for a while now. He's got 1,000,000 units back at home.
And he has 1-1 in the production tab as well. So if 1-1 completes, this is over. Even long turns, it's almost impossible for White Raw to come back from this scenario, because this time, Lucifron, with the early 3 command tests, has invested a lot longer term with double engineering base. He knows it's coming. A turret, double bunkers down. White Raw has to do something right now. He has no robotics facility. He has no upgrades kicking in. Nothing coming for White Raw. Just pure units. He's taking the gases on the natural, so he will try to play from behind if this doesn't work.
It looks like he's going to assault the 3rd, though, which is the right choice, because he should be able to catch a couple of SCVs and shut down the economy for a little while. Nice job making sure that he evades his opponent's view and walks to the side so he can kill as many SCVs as possible on his way out, captures 3 of them, as a matter of fact, and forces that command center to lift.
Right now, Lucifron just anticipating this to come through here. He does have Stim ready. Command center will survive just about. White Raw's gone into all 4 gases now, and the robotics facility has come down too. So it looks like he'll try to do exactly what we saw previously by trying to go straight for Colossus here.
That's right, but as we mentioned before, he's playing at a significant disadvantage. The upgrades are looking so good for Lucifron now. He's about 2/3 of the way done with 1-1 at the moment, where White Raw's just starting to launch this attack, but already the bunkers are in place. No SCVs are pulled quite yet, but it doesn't matter because Lucifron just has so much stuff. He stims up and starts chasing down the Zealots.
Oh, this is really bad for White Raw. He's going to lose a lot here. There are sentries to force field, though, but nice little step back from Lucifron. Evade. There was a couple of force field, but now 1-1. Is almost
That's right.
Concussive shells, combat shield is on the way. The 3rd command center is going to go down. White Raw is going to take a 3rd Nexus here. And this emphasizes the weakness of Protoss being spread out so deeply, so thin here. Is he going to try and get Colossus down again? Yes, he is. And this is a massive timing window now for Lucifron to hit. And I think he's going to jump at that opportunity now.
I think so as well. He's up by over 50% in supply over his opponent. He's up in upgrades. He's up in infrastructure. He's up in bases. He's up in almost every conceivable category. And with the way that White Raw actually held the opening 2 barracks pressure from Lucifron, if he had just committed to his economy earlier, he would have been in such a strong position. But now, things are looking very bleak.
Yeah, a scan revealed the robotics base, so Lucifron knows he has an opportunity to move in before the Colossus even comes out. He's going to get a kill on the Nexus here. There's no way White Raw can seriously defend this. I mean, this is going to hurt a lot. If he tries to defend it with units and loses the units as well, the game could end right here.
Okay, well, he's certainly going to try. He force fields in a few of those units. No Guardian Shield has come down quite yet, and he does manage to pick off a couple of units up at the front, but Lucifron, of course, being very on top of his micro, snags a few of those units, comes back, hasn't even stimmed forward. Now, finally, there it is, and he punishes White Raw, killing all of the units up at the front. He's over double his opponent's supply, and White Raw throws up the GG. Lucifron takes our first set here at the ISO Open at DreamHack Valencia.
The first game of the day. Excellent play from Lucifron, and congratulations. I mean, that was a great start to the day. White Raw did play as just as well, to be honest. But Lucifron comes out ahead. Now White Raw is going to have to beat the relatively 2 unknowns, 1T and Freezy, Terran and Protoss. So he's got his work cut out, especially within that PvP. White Raw has been shown weakness in his PvP recently. Yeah. So it's something he has to concentrate on. But Lucifron sets up to go through with flying colors so far.
There we have it. And our plan is now to move into Violet versus Elfie, I believe, as our second set, which will be a PvZ. I'm really looking forward to that set, to be honest. We were talking to Violet a little bit yesterday. He looked very comfortable. Elfie, though, the always unpredictable Protoss player. So
that's going to be a good series. That should be happening in roughly 5 to 10 minutes time here, guys. And we'll be back bringing you that game very shortly.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.